Hey everyone, welcome back to SwitchTop. The Nintendo Switch 2 has been out for a while now. Today we're counting down the top 15 most played games on Switch 2 that you absolutely cannot miss. These aren't just my opinions. These are the games that millions of players are spending the most time
Thanks to
with.
the power and new features of Nintendo Switch 2, you can transport yourself to the city of dreams at home.
Fantasy Life is brings back the beloved life simulation RPG with a time-twisting story about a mysterious girl who can manipulate time itself. You start as a regular person in the fantasy world of Riveria, but soon discover this girl's actions are causing temporal chaos across the land. The game lets you choose from multiple lives or jobs, like blacksmith, wizard, cook, or warrior, each with unique abilities and storylines. You'll craft items, battle monsters, complete quests, and build relationships with townspeople while unraveling the mystery behind the time distortions. What makes this special is how your chosen life affects the story. A blacksmith might forge special weapons to stop the time anomalies, while a wizard studies the magical causes. The gameplay loop is incredibly addictive as you switch between different lives, level them up, and see how each one contributes to solving the overarching mystery. The time manipulation mechanics let you speed up crafting, slow down combat, or even rewind mistakes, making every life feel fresh and exciting to play. Kunitsu-Gami blends tower defense with action combat in a unique Japanese folklore setting where you protect a shrine maiden from demonic corruption. You play as a masked warrior who must cleanse mountain villages during the day by strategically placing villagers in defensive positions, then fight alongside them at night when demons attack. The story follows your journey up a sacred mountain to restore the goddess's power, with each village telling part of a larger tale about spiritual corruption and redemption. During daylight hours, you'll assign villagers to different roles. Some become archers, others build barriers, and some gather resources. When night falls, you directly control your character in real-time combat, while your positioned villagers automatically defend key points. The art style is stunning, inspired by traditional Japanese theater and paintings, with each level designed like a miniature diorama. What sets this apart from typical tower defense games is the day-night cycle that creates two distinct gameplay phases, plus your ability to actively fight rather than just watch. The difficulty scales perfectly as you learn to balance resource management, strategic positioning, and personal combat skills. No Man's Sky has evolved into one of the most ambitious space exploration games ever made, letting you explore an infinite universe with billions of unique planets. You start crashed on a random planet with nothing but a broken ship and must gather resources to repair it while learning the game's central mystery about ancient alien races and reality simulation. The core gameplay involves exploring planets, mining resources, crafting technology, building bases, and upgrading your ship and equipment. Each planet has its own ecosystem, weather, and alien life forms, making exploration constantly rewarding. You can play solo or team up with friends to build massive bases, create underwater cities, or establish trade routes between star systems. The story gradually reveals itself through alien monoliths, abandoned buildings, and NPC interactions, touching on themes of simulation theory and cosmic purpose without getting too heavy. Combat exists but isn't the focus. This is about discovery, creativity, and the wonder of space exploration. Regular free updates continue adding new features like living ships, underwater exploration, settlements, and multiplayer expeditions. The Switch 2 version runs beautifully with improved loading times and visual fidelity that really shows off the game's colorful alien worlds. Tears of the Kingdom expands on Breath of the Wild's foundation with incredible new building mechanics and a 3-layered world to explore. The story begins with Link and Zelda discovering ancient ruins beneath Hyrule Castle, accidentally awakening Ganondorf and causing massive upheaval that sends floating islands into the sky and opens chasms to underground depths. Link loses his abilities and must regain his strength while searching for the missing Zelda across this transformed Hyrule. The revolutionary Ultra Hand ability lets you stick objects together to build vehicles, bridges, and complex contraptions limited only by your imagination. Fuse allows you to combine weapons with found objects, creating unique tools and solving the weapon durability issue from the previous game. Ascend lets you phase through ceilings, while Recall reverses object movement through time. These powers work together to create unprecedented gameplay freedom. You might build a flying machine to reach a sky island, then use Recall on a falling boulder to create a moving platform. The world is massive, spanning the surface of Hyrule, dozens of sky islands above and the mysterious depths below, each area offering unique challenges and rewards that encourage creative problem solving. Super Mario Party Jamboree brings the party game series back to its multiplayer roots with the largest collection of mini-games and boards in series history. The setup is classic Mario Party. Players move around themed game boards, collecting coins and stars while competing in mini-games after each round. What makes Jamboree special is its variety. Over 100 mini-games spanning different control schemes, player counts, and skill requirements. Some use motion controls for physical activities, others require quick reflexes or strategic thinking, and many support online play for the first time in the series. The game boards are beautifully designed with interactive elements and multiple paths that create meaningful strategic decisions about risk versus reward. New mechanics include team-based boards where players cooperate and compete simultaneously, plus rhythm-based minigames that get everyone moving. The presentation is top-notch with colorful visuals, catchy music, and Nintendo's signature charm that makes losing feel less frustrating. Whether you're playing with family locally or friends online, Jamboree captures that special magic of everyone laughing, cheering, and occasionally getting frustrated together that makes Mario Party such a social gaming staple.
Toad! 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 Yoshi! Toad! Toad! Yoshi!
Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma combines farming simulation with action RPG elements in a Japanese-inspired setting where you protect a mystical land from otherworldly threats. You play as a guardian who must restore balance to Azuma by growing magical crops, taming monsters, and building relationships with the local villagers. The farming mechanics let you plant seasonal crops that have magical properties. Some heal you, others boost your combat abilities, and special varieties can only grow in specific weather conditions. Combat is real-time action where you use farming tools as weapons alongside traditional swords and magic spells, creating a unique blend where your agricultural skills directly impact your fighting effectiveness. The monster taming system lets you befriend creatures you defeat in battle, who then help with farm work or fight alongside you in dungeons. Romance options include both human villagers and some monster characters, each with their own storylines and preferences. The Switch 2 edition features enhanced graphics that really showcase the beautiful hand-drawn character portraits and lush environments. Daily activities like watering crops, mining, fishing, and cooking create a relaxing rhythm between dungeon exploration and story progression, making this perfect for players who want both action and peaceful farming gameplay. Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition finally delivers the futuristic RPG experience that was promised, complete with all DLC and major improvements that make Night City feel truly alive. You play as V, a mercenary trying to make it big in a corporation-controlled dystopia, but a job goes wrong and leaves you with a digital ghost of legendary rocker boy Johnny Silverhand, slowly taking over your mind. The main story explores themes of identity, mortality, and rebellion against corporate control as you race to find a way to save yourself. Night City is massive massive and detailed, filled with side quests that feel meaningful rather than just busy work. You might help a taxi AI achieve consciousness or investigate a serial killer targeting cyborgs. Combat blends gunplay with cybernetic abilities like slowing time, hacking enemy implants, or turning invisible, letting you approach encounters as a stealthy netrunner or guns blazing solo. Character customization is deep, affecting both appearance and gameplay through cyberware implants that enhance your abilities. The RPG elements include dialogue choices that matter, multiple endings based on your decisions, and skill trees that significantly change how you play. This Ultimate Edition includes the Phantom Liberty expansion and runs beautifully on Switch 2 with ray tracing that makes the neon-soaked streets look absolutely stunning. Split Fiction is a cooperative adventure game where two players control aspiring writers whose stories literally come to life around them. The premise follows Mio and Zoe, best friends and writing partners who get sucked into their own fictional worlds when a mystical typewriter grants their stories physical form. Each player experiences different genre stories. One might be in a fantasy adventure while the other is in a space opera, but you must work together across dimensions to solve puzzles and overcome challenges. The core mechanic involves using items and actions from one story to affect the other, creating clever cross-dimensional puzzle solutions. For example, lighting a torch in the fantasy world might power a laser in the sci-fi world, or defeating a dragon might clear an asteroid field. The storytelling is meta and playful, acknowledging that your characters and stories while still delivering emotionally engaging narratives about friendship, creativity, and overcoming self-doubt. Each world has distinct art styles and gameplay mechanics that match their genres, keeping the experience fresh as you switch between them. Solo players can control both characters, but the game truly shines in local co-op, where communication and teamwork create those wonderful aha moments when you figure out how to connect the two worlds to progress.
And why not water ski behind the train? So just trust me when I say this. This is side content you don't want to miss.
Raidou Remastered brings the beloved Shin Megami Tensei spin-off to modern consoles with enhanced graphics and quality of life improvements that make this detective story more accessible than ever. Set in 1930s Japan, you play as Raidou Kuzunoha, a devil summoner working as a private detective who investigates supernatural mysteries in the capital. The story begins with a case about missing students, but quickly escalates into a conspiracy involving secret societies, government corruption, and demons threatening the human world. Unlike other SMT games, this features real-time combat where you fight alongside recruited demons rather than commanding them in turn-based battles. The demon negotiation system lets you convince enemies to join your cause through conversation, with each demon having unique personalities and preferences that affect how they respond to your dialogue choices. Investigation segments have you exploring detailed recreations of historical Tokyo, interviewing witnesses, examining crime scenes, and piecing together clues like a supernatural detective. The atmosphere is incredible, blending 1930s noir aesthetics with Japanese folklore and modern demon designs. Combat requires positioning and timing as you dodge attacks while your demon allies support you with their abilities. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3+4 brings back the legendary skateboarding series with completely rebuilt versions of these classic games that maintain the original gameplay while adding modern features. The story mode follows your created skater or Tony Hawk himself as you complete objectives across iconic locations like airports, cruise ships, and suburban neighborhoods, each with their own set of challenges and hidden secrets. The core gameplay revolves around chaining tricks together to build massive combo scores. You'll grind rails, perform aerial stunts, and link everything together with manuals and reverts to keep your combo alive. What made these games special was their perfect balance of arcade action and realistic physics that made pulling off incredible trick lines feel both challenging and achievable. The objective-based level design encourages exploration as you hunt for secret areas, collect hidden items, and complete specific trick challenges that unlock new levels and gear. Character customization lets you create unique skaters with different stats and abilities, while the extensive trick list includes hundreds of real skateboarding moves performed by motion-captured professionals. The Switch 2 version features online multiplayer modes like Horse and Trick Attack, plus local split screen that captures the couch co-op magic of the originals.
That's what you get, punk! What are you doing?
Stay away from me!
I said stay away!
Street Fighter VI Years 1 through 2 Fighters Edition delivers the complete competitive fighting game experience with an expanded roster and all the content from the first 2 years of post-launch support. The single-player World Tour mode follows your custom fighter's journey from street brawler to world champion, exploring Metro City and meeting classic characters who teach you their signature moves. This mode brilliantly serves as both story campaign and extended tutorial, gradually introducing fighting game concepts through RPG-style progression and real-world exploration. The core fighting system maintains Street Fighter's traditional 6-button layout while adding the drive system, which governs offensive and defensive options through a shared meter that creates risk-reward decisions in every exchange. Drive impact attacks can absorb hits and create combo opportunities. Drive parry lets you deflect attacks for counterattack chances, and drive rush cancels give you extended combo possibilities. The modern control scheme makes the game accessible to newcomers by simplifying special move inputs, while classic controls satisfy veterans who prefer traditional quarter circle motions. Online play features robust netcode that makes matches feel smooth regardless of connection quality, with ranked matchmaking that pairs you against similarly skilled opponents.
How's this? Come here! Azuma! How's this? How's this? Come here! Azuma!
Yakuza 0. Director's Cut serves as the perfect entry point to the beloved crime drama series, telling the origin story of Kazuma Kiryu and Goro Majima in 1980s Japan. The story begins with Kiryu framed for murder and kicked out of his Yakuza family, while parallel chapters follow Majima's own struggles in Osaka as he tries to regain his honor. What starts as separate tales gradually weaves together into an epic narrative about loyalty, betrayal, and the true meaning of being a Yakuza. The gameplay blends serious dramatic cutscenes with absurdly entertaining side activities. You might be discussing family honor in one scene, then managing a cabaret club, or winning a chicken in a bowling tournament the next. Combat is visceral and brutal, with multiple fighting styles for each character that you unlock and upgrade throughout the story. Kiryu can switch between balanced, fast, and heavy-hitting styles, while Majima uses breakdancing, slugger, and knife fighting techniques. The recreated 1980s Tokyo and Osaka are filled with authentic details, from the neon-lit entertainment districts to the period-accurate music and fashion. Side stories range from helping a shy man gain confidence to investigating supernatural mysteries, each written with the series' signature blend of heartfelt emotion and ridiculous humor that makes even the smallest characters feel memorable and important. Donkey Kong Bananza, released on July 17th, 2025 for the Nintendo Switch 2, isn't just a game, it's a full-blown barrel-blasting phenomenon. As the most played title on the platform, it delivers a wild 3D platforming adventure packed with personality and punch. Players dive into the lush depths of Ingot Isle, a golden underground world teeming with secrets, destructible terrain, and clever puzzles. What makes Bananza shine is its voxel-based environments. DK can smash, tear, and swing through terrain like never before, changing the world in real time. joined by the ever-stylish Pauline, whose musical powers unlock animal transformations called Bananza forms. The game keeps things fresh and kinetic. From zebra-like speed bursts to gliding ostrich flights, each form brings a fun twist to exploration. Add in seamless co-op, dazzling visuals, and a groove-worthy soundtrack, and you've got a modern platforming classic that's banana blitzing its way into everyone's hearts. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild revolutionized open-world game design with its physics-based systems and complete player freedom. The story begins with Link awakening from a century-long slumber to find Hyrule in ruins and Princess Zelda trapped in battle with Calamity Ganon at Hyrule Castle. Through recovered memories scattered across the land, you'll piece together what happened when the ancient technology meant to protect Hyrule was corrupted and turned against its people. The revolutionary gameplay lets you climb almost any surface, glide across vast distances, and interact with the environment in realistic ways. Fire spreads through grass, metal conducts electricity, and objects obey real physics. The weapon durability system forces you to constantly adapt and experiment with new tools, rather than relying on a single favorite weapon. 4 divine beasts serve as massive mechanical dungeons that you can tackle in any order, each requiring you to manipulate the entire structure to solve puzzles and reach the boss. The Sheikah Slate provides consistent tools like remote bombs, magnetic control, ice creation, and time manipulation that can be combined in creative ways to solve environmental challenges. Mario Kart World, released on June 5th, 2025 for the Nintendo Switch 2, takes the iconic racing franchise into bold new territory. Literally. This is the first fully open world Mario Kart, where vibrant biomes like neon-lit cities, lava-filled mountains, and lush forests flow into one another seamlessly. You're not just racing, you're exploring, discovering secrets, and taking on mini-missions scattered across a massive connected map. Traditional races now start dynamically from wherever you are, and the all-new Knockout Tour mode throws 24 players into survival-style chaos where only one kart reigns supreme. With new mechanics like wall riding, rail grinding, and massive air jumps, the action feels faster and flashier than ever. Free roam lets you go off the beaten track, chase collectibles, or just vibe with the music and scenery. Mario Kart World isn't just the most played game on Switch 2, it's a revolutionary reimagining of what kart racing can be.
If you're below the placement shown when you hit a checkpoint, you'll be eliminated. Can you make it all the way to the finish line? You can also freely drive around this vast world in free roam.
And there you have it, the top 15 most played games on Nintendo Switch 2. From epic adventures to competitive multiplayer experiences, these games represent hundreds of hours of entertainment that Switch 2 owners can't put down. Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let me know what you're currently playing on your Switch 2. Smash that like button and subscribe to SwitchTop for more Nintendo Switch 2 content. Until next time.